My little walk from home kind of messed up my bangs. I'm here at the shop and have a new topic to talk about. So let's talk about it. All right, so it's Thursday and it's street fair day, and those are red lines, and there are police cars parked there. Okay, so it's a street fair. There's no emergency, but they're legally able to park there and not nobody else. So that doesn't make sense to me. That's the things that I talk about when the judicial system, the police station, the police officers, they do what they want to do, but they do not abide by their own laws. So those lines are for emergencies, not for you just to park your car so you could go over there. There's parking in the underground parking lot. I'm sure there's parking other places that they can find parking, just like any other car has to find parking on a Thursday on a street fair, on the street fair night. So, yeah, that's the topic. So, when they're fighting crime or they're doing things that they should be doing to protect the city, that's the kind of stuff that happens. Now, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth and we can go a few years back. I think I spoken about this, when I was hit in the temple, ended up with a concussion, and there was no protection served. So, oh, I guess it is an emergency. They're taking someone down. There's a lot of cops that take one person down, but I guess I don't know. I'm not over there to see the exact problem that's going on. And my hands keep moving a lot. Sorry, guys. There are other people videotaping, so I'm sure you'll have some more views from the other side. So I'm not the only one that's filming. So now we have him running back to the car. One of them, anyway. Oh, I'm all off. I'm trying to watch. Hi, people. So yeah, what I was talking about was the cars being right here on the red line, with there not being an emergency, but apparently there's an emergency. But there's still so many cops on one person. I'm sorry. I'm so off. I have the camera off, guys. Like so out of zoom. So yeah, the guy is fighting back, but again, for so many cops to be on one person, it's insane. Are they trying to put a straight jacket? I think they're trying to put a straight jacket on them. So that's the Thursday street fair, guys. And that's probably the greatest entertainment that is going on tonight. Just kidding. Oh, there's a dog over there. A dog in possession is gonna go to the pound now. And once again, we have there's one with its lights on. Okay, that one has his ass covered. But the other two, they just roll up like they're just chilling, you know. So what they'll probably do is they're gonna arrest this person for whatever it was, whether it was public intoxication, public disorder, public disruption, and then they're gonna release him back to the streets so that he can be back in homeless land. And then he's gonna probably pick up another case, and on top of that, another case. So that's kind of how it works. That's pretty much how it works around here. Um, there has been a little bit of change here and there in Oceanside, but not enough to actually. I think I know which one this is too. Oh, it's a female, and it took that many officers to get her down. Well, so these are the kind of things that happen in Oceanside. I'm sure they happen in everybody else's neighborhood. Right? It's crazy. It's crazy. But this is society, and this is the homeless society too. Like let's point that out. You know, she's probably not in pain. It's just the fact that she's tied up and she don't like it. But for a female to have that many officers take her down and tie her up, she's got to be pretty strong. So again, we can go now to the point of spiritual warfare, right? So that's probably just not a woman fighting her own personal demons, but her spiritual demons too. And this is where I talk about being homeless and being in spiritual warfare and overcoming battles that we are unable to overcome sometimes when we're homeless on the street. We just fight one demon after another, introduced to another one when we come back out here. And so it's very confusing to one, if she's under any type of influence. Two, when you become delusional from being homeless on the street and unable to properly eat or be sheltered or be cared for. So a lot of things come into play when a person can be that strong to need that many officers to hold her down and tie her down and consume her. So, like I was saying, spiritual warfare has a big part in that. And that's why I walk around and I pray for a lot of people, especially the ones that are lost out here in the streets, because some of them don't know no better. Some of them do and might have been introduced. Thank you. have been introduced to God or a spiritual guide, and some of them lose their way because things happen. Either they've been raped or they've been not caution. Okay, I'm going to use some graphic wording. So if you have, you know, insecurities about certain words, then you might want to leave my channel. But some people out here have been raped and they've been traumatized and they've been hit and they've been left out and they've been um just a lot of things happen to the individuals that are out here on the street and living a homeless life. And then on top of that, she has a dog. So you have to understand, a parent of an animal or a child who is being detained is going to not only irate on her own behalf, but for her animal itself. So they are taking well care of the dog. Like I didn't see them, negligent to the dog, which is good. And the dog wasn't being aggressive to them. So that's a good thing where that's not being, becoming a problem or gonna be should be a problem. But the fact is that that dog's gonna end up in the dog pound and it's gonna be away from the mother. And then when she comes back out, if she is actually homeless and with insufficient funds, it's gonna be very difficult for her to get her animal out of the pound if she's even capable of doing it at all. So now this is why the idea that I have should be in place already. See, because it's long overdue. This is why individuals out on the street or living out of shelter to shelter, hotel to hotel, um, cardboard box to cardboard box, dumpster to dumpster, canyon to canyon, tent to tent. This is what happens in society. This is how we, and I'm going to say we because it's happened in my past. The fact that we get delusional, we do things that normally we probably wouldn't do, which that's facts right now. It's actually, you can see that in my own behavior, in my own way of living, the things I was doing in my addiction, the things I was doing while I was homeless, the things I was doing when I was, you know, um, malnutrition and just being neglected out there and being traumatized and being abused and being affected by the way society was. Now, don't get me wrong, there were some great hot team officers and there were some other officers that didn't treat me disrespectfully, but there's always those ones that had a big play in the part that leads up to destruction of oneself. Um, but they're still out there. She's not really screaming anymore, so I don't really know what they're saying. But again, this is why there has to be some sort of change so that we don't have incidents like that and so that we can have a great Thursday, street fairs without the interruption of this stuff, where we can take them away from these environments and put them in a safe place where they can recuperate, rejuvenate, help get their minds right, help get their situation, their living situation, their desires of wanting to do something different. But the system is the way it is right now, and they're just taking them in to put them back out here, and then they wonder why nothing changes. The shelters, they turn away half of the people that go to their door, and only really they take the people that are referred by another program into their shelter. Even I had already been a patient at FRC years ago, and I was turned away because I had a port in the right side of my chest. So if even I had not much, you know, criminal background at that time, I think I had accumulated more criminal background on the street than I had when I first went over there, and they did not accept me because they said I was a liability. So that's when I said, fuck your programs, and I'm going to go ahead and do this thing on the street. And there it went. I ended up, thank God I have an expungement now. My criminal record is expunged. Although, even that part, the DMV, I went to go try to apply for my driver's license, and they're having me call Sacramento to clarify my expungement when I just went to the court to take care of that. And now This is what I get. So this is what I'm talking about. The system is just so crooked. It's so upside down. You guys need to really get your stuff together. You guys need to figure it out. If you got to fire to rehire, then that's what you got to do. Because if you guys got people in there that are doing the same thing over and over for decade after decade, year after year, month after month, day after day, shift after shift, then nothing is changing. You guys just keeping the dumb people, excuse my language too. You keep the people that are incompetent of doing their job properly. You keep the incompetent people in your in the county, in the housing authority, in the courthouse, on the police officing team, on the police station, in the police station. You guys keep all the incompetent people that are unable to properly do their job so that money could keep coming into the city, but it ain't coming back out to the city. So that is my theory on it. That is my outlook. I have 471 days, 72 days sober today. And I can go back to the time that I was out there. So I was out there for almost 5 years. In less than 365 days, I completed a program. I became sober. I was already a student, but still a student. Had two jobs, have one now. I'm renting in a room. I'm renting a room. Now, I did that in less than 365 days, but that's because I knew how to do it. That's because I chose to do it. It's because I had the desire and the will to do it. But a lot of these people don't know how to do that. They don't know how or what is going to take to get them to that point, of recovery, of desire to build a foundation. And again, I didn't come from the homeless lifestyle, so I knew how to achieve other goals before I lost the ability or the desire to want to have goals. And so I think that's that's my topic of the day. I'll probably be back because you know me, once I open my mouth, I start talking about something and then I just keep coming back on and off. Um so anyway, God bless you guys. I hope you guys all have a great day. Peace out. Much love. Stay prayed up.